Rich, this was a horrible idea to join the watch. We're on this wall freezing our balls off, man. Why'd we do this?
I don't know, man. This is miserable. But I did sneak these headphones in so we can listen to this Pod Bros exclusive.
Oh, I feel warmer already.
What's up, everybody? I'm Richard.
And I'm Shawn.
And we're speaking the language of bromance. Oh, Shawn, such a glorious day. It's not a glorious day. It's hot.
Yeah, well, great lead in. So, a place that's hot usually?
Where?
What's a hot topic? Elections. Government.
You know what? There's two things that you should never talk about with people, and that's politics and religion. There's three things you should never talk about with people. It's politics and religion and your secret feelings for each other.
That's why you just send secret notes to each other and not sign it.
Yeah, hang on. I got a text.
Okay.
I hate anonymous texts.
What's it say?
There's a lot of X's and O's. Does that mean hugs and kisses?
Yeah, those are hugs and kisses from me. I mean, those are, I think those are what that means is hugs and kisses.
Oh my God, we need to start this over.
So yeah, you don't talk about politics. And we've talked about politics before.
It's a topic that I think we skirt around. Like we dance around it, but we never formally ask it out. Like we sit down with it and we have a soda, but we don't put a hand on politics' thigh.
We don't. We just flirt, right? Casually flirt with politics.
Yeah, we're not forward.
Because last time we talked about politics was the guy who was running for mayor as Darth Vader.
Right, and how can you not talk about that? And honestly, I think everybody is very glad that somebody did.
So I want to talk about the New Zealand general election of 1984. And I know, Richard, you're going to say 1984?
Yeah, this is pre-Lord of the Rings New Zealand. So this is before anybody cared.
Yeah, exactly. And it's 1984. I mean, everybody says the 80s were awesome. I disagree because I was only there for 4 years and I didn't see shit.
Not a single hobbit to be found.
So, it's like, oh my God, so this is history class? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Well, basically, we're just talking about the gist of this and making fun of it for an hour.
And also, what's wrong with history class? I loved history class.
We've learned a lot from history.
Oh, yeah? I mean, don't put gun parts in your pocket and pick flowers. Yes. And also put them in your pocket.
And the neighbor of New Zealand, Australia, they had an issue with some emus back in the day.
That's true. And also Australia, scary place.
Yeah, it is. So so this election of 1984 was what they call a snap election, which if you don't know what a snap election is
it do they snap fingers? Is it like West Side Story but with polling districts? And the two opposing political parties are the Jets and the Sharks? I like musicals.
Kind of, but not at all.
Wait. Way to kill the fun there.
So a snap election is, well, this is history class. It's not fun at the beginning. A snap election is when, I guess, somebody either through law or via just the announcement is a election that is started earlier than anticipated. So that'd be like if, last year, I think in our situation, Obama's like, you know what, we're doing the presidential election now. Phone in your vote, everybody. Do.
Oh, like American Idol?
Yeah. So what's funny about this, so the standing prime minister at this point was a guy named Sir Robert Maldoon. He's a sir. He has been knighted.
This is Captain Important. He's the prime minister. I bet he knighted himself, jerk.
I think you'd be knighted by the Queen.
Well, you're in New Zealand. Why is the Queen gonna knight you?
It's like Canada. It's a British, not really occupied, but it's still considered part of Britain.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Canada is still basically considered part of Britain.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
How is it considered part of Britain? No.
I believe so.
They might have the same like system of government. It might be like, a parliament or whatever.
It's basically they have their own government, but they're still like tied to the Queen. They still, I don't think they answer to the Queen, but they're still tied to the Queen.
There's no British Empire. That ended. That ended after World War II.
I don't know. I think you're wrong. I think Canada's tied to Britain.
No, it was the whole, what was it? What was the meeting? The whole delegation at Yalta, where Russia was like, hey, we want all of Eastern Europe. And the U.S. is like, I guess, whatever. And they're like, we're going to build a giant wall. And then we were like, okay. And then we looked at England and we're like, huh? England? And then England's like, huh? And they're like, what do you got? Oh, India and a bunch of other countries. Give them back. Okay.
I'm just trying to research to defend my thing, and I can't really see it. So no matter what,
because
you still have to be
not
knighted.
True.
No matter what, though, you have to be knighted by the Queen or some queen. I don't think you can just.
I would agree with that. I do think you have to be knighted, or you have to be knighted by the Queen of England. So I don't know what this guy did to earn a knighthood.
Oh, do you think Freddie Mercury could have knighted people because he was from Queen? I mean, think about it. What would he, instead of a sword?
The fact that you said that completely seriously is what sold it.
Well, what I like to think about is, Freddie Mercury being a homosexual. I just think it'd be awesome to be like, okay, you got to get knighted by Freddie Mercury. And he does it with his huge erection. Because I imagine Freddie Mercury had a huge wiener, right?
Well, yeah, because he's Freddie fucking Mercury.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury's badass.
You can't picture him any other way.
It's like, I knight thee, sir, tip of my penis. And that's all he ever knighted people.
Because he's like, hey, fuck you guys. I wrote Bohemian Rhapsody.
I'll sing We Are the Champions. Yeah. Do it now.
You see videos of him on stage, and he just, like, you see him in, like, these giant arenas, where there's, like, 15,000 people or 20,000 people. And he looks like he's just the fucking king of the world. Like, he's standing on that stage just, like putting his arms out, like, and it's amazing.
So, I don't know, kind of going off topic, but it's with Queen. So, I don't know much history about Queen, but did people know he was homosexual at that point? Because I remember, like, people talking when I was younger, like, oh, it was such a shock when it came out.
I honestly have no idea. I don't know if it's one of those things like it was common knowledge among everybody that knew him, but to the general public at large, it wasn't. Or like Liberace, kind of the same way. Gotcha.
Because all I know from that is, Austin Powers, where he's like, Liberace was gay.
I mean, women loved him.
So, I mean, Sir Robert Maldoon, he's been knighted by the Queen. He's the Prime Minister of New Zealand. You'd think he'd be a pretty smart dude, right?
Yeah, I would think so. He got knighted, so obviously he did something amazing. You know who else got knighted? Patrick Stewart. You know who he was? Captain fucking Picard. And Professor Charles Xavier.
Yeah, he kind of defined the Xavier character.
So, I mean, I think that deserves a knighthood. So obviously this guy did something on a Charles Xavier level.
But what's, I mean, we talk about this a little bit. What's something that can, basically make you make terrible decisions in life?
Your friends.
Your friends, yeah, your friends. And what else? Your friends plus what?
Women.
Women. So friends, women, and
friends, women. I'm drawing a blank. What's the other thing?
Booze.
Alcohol.
Oh, there you go. So friends, no women. Well, I guess technically women and booze can allow you to make bad decisions. So
yes, they can.
Apparently, in 1984. There's a lady named Marilyn Waring that told him that, listen, I am not going to support his government in the vote over an opposition-sponsored anti-nuclear bill.
So it's 1984, and there's an anti-nuclear bill, and she's like, no.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not sponsoring that. I will not sponsor your government. And I'm not sure.
She's like, I like nukes?
Yeah, she likes nukes. She's like, I like big, powerful nukes. She's like, you know what gets me hot, Robert? Bob, What should I call you?
See, this totally supports my thing that women cause you to make bad decisions.
It's like, you know what I like, Bob? I like hot nuclear weapons. Nothing gets me turned on more than that.
Yeah.
And Sir Robert Maldoon, I don't know if he's married or if he's just a prude. He's like, no.
I hate nuclear weapons.
No nukes. No nukes. No nukes. She tells him this, and he's like, all right, guess what? I'm going to take your seat. I'm going to call a snap election. And visibly drunk on TV, he calls for a snap election.
So it's like the proverbial mic drop.
Yeah.
She's like, no nukes, and he's like, snap election. Boom.
So let's play this party out. So, Sir Robert, I don't know why there's a TV there. Maybe he just called for the TV.
It's a brain camera. Tom, where's Tom?
I'll show you Marilyn Waring. his assistant, Steven's like, Sir Robert Maldoon, you're drunk. Let's go home. No, I've been knighted by the Queen of fucking England. She controls Canada. You know that, right?
You know who else has been knighted? Fucking Picard.
Yeah. So you go get April O'Neil from Channel 6 News. Where's my drink? What were we doing? Steven, take off your pants. Take off your pants first.
Sir, I'm not comfortable with your sexual advances only when you've been drinking. Steven's like, why can't he love me when he's sober?
So I mean, I don't know if they're at a party or where they were, but so Marilyn Waring, and maybe she took advantage of this. She's like, drunk guys are stupid, so I'm gonna challenge this dude.
Wait a minute, who's challenging?
Oh, Marilyn Waring. She's the one that's challenging him, basically saying like, I will not support your government, because she's right. I guess in the parliament somehow. Because
she loves nukes. So Marilyn loves nukes, and why was wait a minute. Okay, when the prime minister was hanging out with this chick and they're having this spirited debate or whatever over nuclear weapons, why is he drunk in the first place?
It doesn't really say, which probably makes it embarrassing. He's probably it's 8:00 in the morning. He walks in from his bender from the night before.
He's like still kind of
He walks in because he's
bursts into his office and they're like, sir, your 8:30's here, and he's like, hang on, need a little hair of the dog, if you know what I'm saying.
Steve, yeah. So Steven, I don't know what they call like assistants to them. What's like the lieutenant governors? Would it be like the lieutenant prime minister?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like he just an intern.
Yeah, so
intern at the office.
He sees Sir Robert Maldoon walking in, and Robert's pointing at all the people's like, "Hey, Bridget, how you doing?"
Slaps her on the ass.
Yeah,
because it's
you doll, you. Hey, where's that report? I want it on my desk, and then I want you on my desk. If you know what I'm saying, like
right? Because it's 1984. He can't get in trouble for this shit right now.
Yeah, no joke. Because I've seen Mad Men.
Right? Hey there, Toots, where's that nuclear weapons report?
Go get it, doll face. Or what do they call women back then all the time?
Dames.
Dame, yeah. Go get it. It's like, that's from like the 50s. Well, I'm old, and that's just what I say. Bridget.
Also, to not slightly related, also, Dame, the term for female knight. When the queen knights women, they're dames.
Oh man, why did they? Oh, I hate sexism. You take dame and make it like a derogatory term when it's actually like a super powerful. Like, I'm a dame.
Like Judi Dench. Judi Dench was knighted, and so she's Dame Judi Dench.
Oh, I'm a dame. I'm a knight. You know what that means? I'll fuck you up.
Like, look here, dame, and she's like, I am a dame.
Well, I'm a
knighted.
Sir.
Well, I'm a sir,
ma'am.
And this is 1980, so I'm still better. Give me that report.
Bridget, Bridge, I crossed the bridge to get to work today, Bridget. So let's go and bridge it together, if you know what I'm saying. She's like, no, Mr. Maldoon, I don't know what you're saying. That's okay. I'm going to go talk to Samantha over in accounting, because you know what? I'm not going to say she puts out, but she puts out.
Okay, I just want to make it clear. Like, this is how Shawn actually sounds when he's drunk, too.
Except I'm talking to you about it. Richard, you know what you sound like? Richard sounds like a bridge. Let's bridge it together, you know what I'm saying? No, Shawn, I don't.
Bridget, because I said Bridget, and because there's a bridge. Come on. Take your pants off. Wait, what?
Richard, will you tuck me in? God, yes. Just pass out, please.
Go to sleep. This is why you ordered one bed.
So he's walking in. He's flirting with Bridget. Smacks her on the ass, and Steven's like, Mr. Robert, there's been some complaints, and we had that meeting, and we're trying to come up to the times, more women's rights, and we're trying to be on the forefront of this in New Zealand. He's like, whatever, Steven, you sexy beast, you.
Why don't you get me a little hair of the dog?
I don't understand what that means, sir. We don't.
I need booze, Steven. It's 8:30 and my hand is empty. So go fetch.
Oh, my cup is empty, Steven. Go get me a little drinky, if you know what I mean.
Why don't you whip me up a little vodka report, huh? How about that? In a glass.
How about vodka orange juice, no orange juice, if you know what I'm saying. I want the whole bottle, Steven. Fuck, this is why you're never going to make it in the government. So good old Sir Robert Maldoon stumbles in. I imagine like he's carrying his jacket over his shoulder. His tie's all jacked up.
Like the top two buttons of his shirt are undone.
Yeah.
His hair's all messed up because he slept out like outside on the steps.
One part of his tucked shirt is untucked where like the feather of it's hanging out. He's only got one shoe on. Steven's like, sir, where's your other shoe? I don't know, Steven. Why don't you go find it?
Why don't you check the fountain out front?
That sounds like a question you shouldn't be asking and a solution you should be finding. Put that on a business card because that is gold. Remember it because I'm drunk and I'll forget.
Sir Mullen out. Mic drop.
He turns around, runs into a wall. Bam!
Mic drop, and he drops this glass.
Steven,
give me another glass.
Who put this wall here, Steven? It's been there since 1901. Oh, we'll find out who built it and bring him in here so I can punch him in the nose.
Yeah. Snap election, I'm
okay.
punching him in the face. That's what we're going to do right here. Who votes we should punch 1901 Builder Man in the face? Ayes, aye. Nays, nope, no nays. The ayes have it. Punch him in the face.
You know whose vote only counts here? Mine, because I'm Prime Minister. I'm Sir Prime Minister. It says so on my name tag.
We're going to go in my office and build a fort.
I don't have my name tag, Steven. Where's my name tag? Oh, God, he's crying again. He balls up and cries for 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Steven rushes over with his vodka orange juice with no orange juice. I got your magic juice, Sir Robert. Oh, thank God. Gulp, 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 gulp. You know, Steven, it's really a big sausage fest in here. We should hire more women.
Also, you're very pretty.
You could almost pass. Hey, listen.
Put this wig on.
There was the time in college. It was. Listen, you know what? Government in college is just the same. It's experimenting. Why don't we go back in my office and we'll play hide the bill, if you know what I'm saying.
Put this on. I'm gonna call you Bridget. Your new name is Bridget, and we're gonna bridge it with our penises.
I'm sorry, Steven. I'm just so lonely. I love Sir Robert Maldoon already.
Yeah, I do too. So he calls an election. He gets on camera.
Yeah. Okay. So he finally stumbles into his office, plops down into a seat, and Steven comes in. It's like, so Marilyn Waring is here. She's been here since 8. You had at 8:15, so she showed up early, which is awesome. You were late and drunk.
He sits down in the chair, and they're like, and one of the secretaries is like, okay, if he falls asleep on the chair, make sure you turn him on his side.
That's how we lost the last one. So he's like, bring that dame in. Listen, hey, Steven, I got an idea. Oh God, sir. Oh God, what is it? How about, now listen to me before you listen. This is what we're going to do. You go get Bridget and Marilyn, and you, me, Marilyn, Bridget, the girl from accounting, we're all just going to come in here and we're just going to, it's like peace, love, man. We're just all going to
Or he's like, better idea. How about you bring those two ladies in there, and then you, Steven, you would leave and stay outside for 45 minutes to 90 minutes.
Oh, yeah, 30 seconds. I'm not sure which is good. If I shit myself, it's going to go a lot quicker. So be prepared. And so Steven starts walking. I was like, all right, well, I'll bring Marilyn in. Wait, Steven. And he pulls out the drawer. He's like, here, puts one of those old school VCR TV cameras.
Well, yeah, because it's the 80s. So it's like one of those big ass fucking camcorders.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, Steven, record the whole thing. Sir, there's strict guidelines where we do not record anything in the building. No, Steven. Listen, vote. I'm putting up a vote. Snap vote. Snap vote. Snap vote. Who wants to record this conversation between me and Marilyn?
Snap vote. Who wants to see me and the two interns? Ayes, aye. Nays, no nays. The ayes have it. Get him. Go get him. Bing, bing.
He's like, but sir, Marilyn's not an intern. She's a woman? Yeah. She's either a secretary or a secretary, Steven. It's not rocket scientist.
This is 1980, Steven. What else could they do?
He's like, did you say rocket scientist? Yes. What's your point? It's not rocket scientist.
And he's like, sir, you've seen the Mary Tyler Moore Show, right? They do more stuff now.
That's all fiction, Steven. Don't believe everything you see on TV. So
I don't know what would possess this man to get in front of a television camera.
Well, that's so I'm thinking that's what happened with the camcorder. So maybe that'll play a part in this. So Robert Maldoon, he's all still disheveled, sitting at his desk. He's got the bottle of vodka. He's got his glass with ice, and he's all hunched down in his chair and just kind of spinning, making airplane sounds. Boo, boo, boo. There you go, Sir Robert. You are the best pilot in the world. You're the best pilot ever in the world. And Marilyn walks in, and like he's doing this for like 10 minutes.
And he's like, "Whoa, sorry," and then he like tries to put on like that gruff British demeanor where he's like a walrus, like.
He sits up, he sits up, and he kind of gets all and he's trying to keep a serious face. He's like, "You're a woman who's in politics? It's 1984."
Yeah, great on your whole opinion about nuclear weapons. Yeah, the toner's out, okay?
She's like,
why don't you go fix the toner debacle of 1984, all right?
He asks, he's like, so did you fail out of secretary school? Do you know who I am? I'm Sir Robert Maldoon. Yeah, that's right. So Marilyn's trying to have this like, serious conversation. Listen, Prime Minister, because I don't know how long he's been Prime Minister, but let's say it's been a while. Well, it says he was a leader since 1974, so it's been almost 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, listen, you have been Prime Minister for 10 years, and you want to have a anti-nuclear bill. She's like, I don't agree with that. We need to have nukes here in this country.
I didn't even know New Zealand was a nuclear power. When did New Zealand build nuclear weapons?
I don't know. I don't know if they actually do have nuclear weapons now.
Because I mean, who's gonna get pissed at New Zealand? And furthermore, who's New Zealand gonna get pissed at? Australia? They're like, they have all the good tourism.
Well, so this was
they've got kangaroos. What do we got?
Well, I think it's more of nuclear powered ships and everything. So it sounds like this bill, and I may have it reversed. Maybe.
Oh, okay, like nuclear power plants and whatnot.
Yeah, Maldoon.
Okay, that makes sense.
Maldoon may have been for this because the guy that was elected prime minister after him barred the nuclear powered and nuclear ships. So Marilyn maybe been opposed to it. I'm not sure. This isn't very clear, but I like the idea of her being for it more than him.
Right, because you have the thought of a woman that's like, we need the bomb. Bring me the bomb.
She's like, I'll settle for power right now, but yeah, someday we need a bomb.
Because fuck Australia. Because this is the pre Peter Jackson era. So right now they're like, We got to figure out, a way to, beat Australia at the tourism game because they got kangaroos and we don't have shit. And then Peter Jackson showed up, and then it's like, oh, we got Lord of the Rings now. It's like everything's fucking Lord of the Rings there. Like, hey, let's put it on the fucking side of a plane and fly the planes everywhere. They actually call it the Frodo plane. They have planes with fucking Lord of the Rings like scenes painted on the side of the fucking plane.
Well, do you know so where they have the what's it called where the hobbits were from?
Hobbiton.
Well, doesn't it have like doesn't it start with an S? The Shire, right?
Well, there's the Shire's like a county. Okay, so Bilbo lives in Hobbiton, but Hobbiton is part of the Shire.
Okay. Well, where they shot a lot of the scenes for the Shire, I believe, they went to a farmer in New Zealand, and they're like, this is perfect. It's like, how much can we pay you to use your land? And this dude, I don't know what his name is, I just heard the story, was so freaking smart. He's like, listen, you don't pay me a dime, nothing. Use my land for free. But when you're done, you have to leave everything.
Well, okay, that was the first time they when they shot the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, they built Hobbiton. They built the whole set, and they actually spent a year building that set because they planted vegetables, they planted gardens, they put in the hobbit holes and everything. And when it was all
You said hobbit holes.
I did. You made it dirty. You made it dirty, sir. But they put in, so they built the whole town. But when it was over, then they tore it all down. But when they went to build it again, because they built it in the exact same spot for the Hobbit movies, when they went to go in and build it the second time, then they built everything like they did it the same way, but instead of using like wood frames and stuff like that, they used brick. Like they built it to like leave it.
Well, I feel like the first one I don't know, they just not go back to the guy that owned it? Because, so the story that I don't know if it was from the second one or the first one.
I think this is the second one. Because I watched, because I have no life. So I actually have the special edition, the extended cut versions, all on DVD. And it has like 12 hours of fucking bonus features and stuff like that. And this is for the Lord of the Rings movies. They the first time they built the set and then they tore it all down. The only I think the only permanent thing that was left after the first time was the roads, because they had the New Zealand Army come in and build roads, to get all their equipment in and out. But the second time they built it for the Hobbit movies, then they built it with the intention of making it like a tourist spot after it was done.
Gotcha. Yeah, because the dude the land that it's on, I guess he owns it, so he charges like $20 a head.
Yeah.
So whatever money that the studio would have given him, where they probably would have destroyed it after they were done, that's in his family forever.
Yeah.
And so $20 a head, I think he said that somebody I know visited there, so I think he gets like 200 to 300 visitors a day. That's $20 a head for 300 people a day.
Yeah.
He is.
And he doesn't really have to do shit for it, because I think I'm sure probably like the New Zealand Tourism Board probably has like people to staff the place, you know what I mean?
I bet he could probably ask for it. If New Zealand is as big on the Hobbit movies like you said, then yeah, I would probably say he probably either gets a good tax break off of it, or they have people helping him out.
Which I always, like, my whole thing, like, the thing I always wondered about those movies is, like, when they built all that stuff, because, they built some, like, very elaborate, huge-ass fucking sets. Like, why didn't they just leave that shit up?
I don't know.
Because in most cases, like, the whole thing, like most of Rivendell and all the Minas Tirith stuff, like they tore all that down after they filmed it the first time.
I guess it just depends on what lake. Because if a farmer owned it and they needed to go back to farming it, or I don't know. Because you look at,
I think it was because they didn't think it was going to be like as big for New Zealand, the country, as they thought it was going to be.
I gotcha. Well, you look at like movies like Field of Dreams. That baseball field's still there, and people still go to that field to see it.
Yeah, never. Of course, you have to take the picture of the guy of you like wandering out of the cornfield.
Oh yeah. What else are you supposed to do there? Of course, when I go, they have beans out there, so I have to get on my knees.
Hey everyone, this is Tom from the Say What Podcast, and I would love it if you'd swing over to saywhatpodcast.com to check us out as soon as you're done listening to this show. We handpick real news articles to poke fun at every week, like a lady from Florida attacking her boyfriend with a ceramic squirrel, or kids rubbing chapstick in their eyes to get high, or the guy who got arrested for repeatedly having sex with an inflatable pool shark. Yeah, I think you get the point. So tune into the Say What Podcast every Friday on iTunes, Stitcher, and at saywhatpodcast.com.
So Sir Robert Maldoon, he's making airplane sounds, and Marilyn Waring's coming in to be like, listen, I oppose your new bill, and I will not support this government. So old drunk Robert Maldoon is like, listen here, Marilyn. No.
Look here, toots.
Listen here, sweet tits. It's like, that is very I'm speaking.
The knight's speaking right now.
Miss Marilyn. All right. Who votes for the prime minister to be the only one talking? I vote me. And I'm the only vote that matters. Looking at my drink, gonna drink some more. Because I want to drink some more, because I'm the Prime Minister of New Zealand, and the Queen is the person that has everything.
Okay,
and
Sir, Prime Minister.
That's my Prime Minister song. I have to sing it.
No.
Stop interrupting me, please. Who are you, and what are you doing in my home? I'm in your office, sir. Oh. Do you smell that? Yeah, it smells like duty, sir. I think I may have crapped my pants. I'm sorry.
I made no. I made oopsies.
He's like, what were we talking about, Marilyn? I have two questions. One, why do birds suddenly appear every time you are? It's like, are you singing a? What band sung that song? Are you singing the Carpenters? No, I just made that up. Like, I think that's No, Carpenters can't make music. They only can make chairs and tables. That's why I'm Prime Minister, because I'm smart, because I'm man Prime Minister. Like, sir, this meeting is going horrifically the wrong direction.
Right, and you can only imagine what this would have looked like on camera. Like, just imagine being somebody that's like just passing by on the TV, like, like back in the day when they put TVs in the window and they had them on, and you're walking down the street and then you turn your head and then you look and you're like, is that the Prime Minister? Oh my God, is he drunk?
I didn't know there was supposed to be a debate today.
Holy shit, he's drunk.
Oh, I wish DVR was invented right now.
Right? They're like, how can you tell? Like, look, he's got one eye closed. He's trying to focus.
Well, because Steven somehow, like, the camera, like, I don't know, Steven's way ahead of his time. Somehow he synced into the TV news feed, because that's what he thought the Prime Minister wanted, right? So he's recording this whole thing. So Steven's recording this, and like you said, it's on a live feed. People are walking by like, oh, I didn't know is that the Prime Minister's office? Like, I didn't think wait, is that?
And they put up like the official seal.
Yeah.
And they play whatever the anthem is. I don't know. If it was the president, they would play Hail to the Chief. But I don't know what it is for the Prime Minister.
So, okay, play this out. So you're Greg and Tamitha, or Greg and Tammy, let's say. I like Greg and Tammy. Greg and Tammy were hanging out, walking down the streets.
Doing a little shopping, little Sunday shop, a little, Monday morning shopping. Like, hey, let's do some shopping. Let's go get some lunch.
Yeah, and Tammy's like, I think we should go get one of those new color TVs. I hear they got some good deals on it. You've been working really hard at work, Greg. Let's go to the local Best Buy. I don't know if Best Buy was around then.
I heard they have huge ones now. I heard they have giant TVs, like 32 inches.
Oh my God, that is so mad. I don't understand. Greg, I don't understand how we can get any better than 32 inches. I've been longing for 32 inches my entire life.
And then Greg's like, what's that? She's like, nothing.
So they go into the Best Buy and they're walking by and like, oh, okay, looking at TV's like, wait, is that the Prime Minister? And you see the seal pop up, and you hear like a little intro, like, dun 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 dun. But then the Prime Minister song cuts off, and you just hear, I got my drinky drink with my drinky drink, and I'm Prime Sir Minister.
He's flying it around like an airplane.
It's like, wait, is this a
I
skit?
like vodka. Watch it go down into my belly. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, shit. Hey, what's up, my fellow New Zealanders? My fellow Kiwis? Because they're called Kiwis, huh?
Well, I like the idea that like he doesn't know this is going on, and neither does Marilyn. So Marilyn's like, listen, I don't approve of this bill. And so drunk Sir Robert Maldoon, after he gets done singing the Carpenters, he gets serious. He stands up, tucks his shirt in, starts pointing. He's like, listen here, Marilyn.
Listen here, and then uses the table to brace himself.
He ends up actually pointing at his bookcase on the other side. He's like, listen, Marilyn. It's like, I'm over here. Oh, sorry. Listen here, Marilyn, you look a lot like Steven holding the camera. That's because I'm to the left a little bit. Oh, sorry. Marilyn,
And
2 questions. 2 questions, Marilyn. Please don't sing that song. That was a different question, Marilyn. I'm not going to sing the wild birds suddenly appear. Every time you are... Sir, sorry. I lied. I was going to sing the song again because it's a good song. It's catchy. 2 questions, 3 verbs, 7 syllables. Are you trying to play charades? Maybe. Do you want to play charades? I don't know if you find Sir Drunk Robert Maldoon as entertaining as I do, Richard.
I'm getting there. I'm getting you're selling it hard.
All right, 2 questions. First question, I forgot, so let's go to the second one. Why do you want to oppose my bill?
Well, sir, I think it's a bad bill. I think it doesn't have the best interest of the people at heart. And
boring. Listen,
let me tell you why I think it's awesome. You know what people hate? Nuclear weapons. You know who really hates nuclear weapons? Japan. You know who I like? Japan. So no nuclear weapons. So I think, you know what? Here's what I'm wondering. I think you are a super spy for America, and you're trying to put nuclear weapons in this country because you don't like Japan very much. The way you say to that, Miss Sugar Tits Lady, ma'am, sir?
Hey, I got an idea. So the intern Bridget's going to come in, Maryland, and you and me are going to settle this the old-fashioned way. She's like, I'm not having sex with you, sir. Oh, okay. Well,
then
guess
let's settle this the other way. Snap election.
Snap election. All right. This is like he walks over, shuts the door, and locks it because all of his party members are like, oh God, no, we're gonna lose. Like people are pissed at us right now. All right, I got it under control.
Guys, I don't know if you know this.
National Party. That's what we are. Everyone loves the National Party.
Right?
You know what everybody loves more? A soccer party. And you know what everybody loves more? A soccer party with chips and dip. Oh, God, I'm so hungry. I should
Guys,
not.
I don't know if you know this, but I got knighted. Like, everybody loves a knight. You know, knights and castles. Like, come on. Who doesn't love that?
So we're going to do a snap election. So he calls for a snap election. Visibly drunk, it says.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
On national television. So I hope that my impression of Sir Robert Maldoon is on spot with what he did. So
I bet there's video of it somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure there is. So I imagine him going up to Steven. He's like, all right, Marilyn, you stand there. And she moves just to spite him. He's like, all right, that's where I was pointing. You don't, that's, Steven, this lady is not really a lady. Like, I don't understand what you mean by that, sir. Me neither. Who shit themselves in here? There's 3 of us. One of us had to do it. Was it you, Steven? It was you, sir.
No, because that would be crazy.
I'm going to put this to a vote. Who thinks the Prime Minister shit his pants. Oh, damn it. I raised my hand. I guess it was me.
Oh, now I made myself sad.
But I'm happy because I remember I'm Prime Minister and I call for snap election. So he grabs the camera all crazy like Jason Mewes from the Click Commander. All right, New Zealand, at 3:30 tomorrow, we're doing a snap election. You vote for everybody. And guess what you're going to vote for? You're going to vote for me because I'm the bestest in the world. That's all. Marilyn walks listen, you do know that this is not good for your party. Like, this is what I came. Whatever, Marilyn. It's snap election. You know, last time I had a snap election, I don't remember because I'm drunk. I couldn't tell, sir. I know I hide it well. Do you know?
Okay. So I'm looking at the picture of Sir Robert Muldoon, and he looks like Churchill. And Churchill was always he was famously drunk all the time. So,
but Churchill was a controlled drunk. Like, you wouldn't see Churchill be like, "I'm calling for a snap election." I don't know why he sounded like Southern, but I guess that's what I see him as.
Boy, howdy, I'm calling a snap election.
I'm Winston Churchill. You know what I call for? A snap election. Yee-hoo! You're not a cowboy. I wish I was. Winston Churchill. I mean, that's all cowboy name right there. I think Winston Churchill's gone the way of Sir Robert Maldoon.
So on Wikipedia, it says there was debate over whether the election was necessary. Waring had not threatened to block confidence and supply, meaning that the government could still have continued on even if it had lost the anti-nuclear vote. Nevertheless, Muldoon appears to have wanted an election to reinforce his mandate. So they were you don't even Maryland is look, you don't really even need to do this. It's not that big a deal. He's like, no, you the one that made this big fucking whoop-de-whoop about nuclear weapons. Now I'm saying snap election, and then you're gonna be put in your place, which should be in my kitchen because it's 1984. Now what?
You know what I want to do, Marilyn? You know, Marilyn, what I wanted to do today? I had a bender last night. I was going to come in here. I already shit myself. That was plan number 1. I'm pissing myself right now. Plan number 2. My third plan was not for a snap election. That's what we got, though. So I got number 4, and that's going to be me sleeping on my couch. So please leave so I can sleep. Nighty-night. She looks at Steven's like, Steven, you got all that on camera, right? Unfortunately, yes, ma'am. So question, Miss Waring. So when he loses his seat as Prime Minister, could there be an opening for me as an intern in your Labor party? Because I would love to join that party. Because the National Party with this guy, yeah, it's a train wreck. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, look at it. I mean,
you think he's just sexist? I just think he's a jerk all in general. Because he calls me sweet tits all the time.
All the time. And I'm like, sir, I'm not even that fat. And I find your things, I find your words insulting. And then he tells me to shut up and get him coffee, but he wants the special coffee, and then he makes little air quotes, and then he slaps me on the ass.
And by special coffee, it's coffee and vodka minus the coffee.
With ice.
I think he has a problem.
I'm surprised he's not dead yet. I mean, let's put all our cards on the table here.
But like you said, he looks a lot like Winston Churchill. Do you think maybe he had some kind of, he wanted to be Winston Churchill?
Maybe, but he just couldn't hold it together.
Yeah, he's
like Winston Churchill. There's a picture of Winston Churchill in his office, and he's like, "If only I had your liver, sir."
Next to it, he has a bottle of vodka.
Right, the picture's right in front of the bar.
And maybe he's read some books. He's like, listen, I heard that he would drink a bottle of whiskey a day. I'm trying to keep up with that. So he starts every morning at 6, just chugging vodka. So, he's called for the snap election. He's passed out on the couch. Steven's left him for the 6-hour nap that he usually takes during the day. And a lot of people will be like, well, that's not realistic, Shawn. There's no political person would take a 6-hour drunk nap on their couch. You might ask some of the Illinois governors.
Ooh. Shot across the bow, sir.
Well, I mean, the last one that's in jail, I've heard that he would basically show up for like 10 minutes a day and then never like come back to the office.
The last one that was in jail.
Isn't that like the last 3 in jail right now from Illinois?
I don't know if they're all in jail now, but I think the last 3 are all serving or have served time.
Gotcha.
After they left office.
Well, they pretty much were kicked out of office, right? Because of what they went to jail for?
I think so. I can't remember if they I can't remember if they were voted out and then prosecuted against, or if they were, like impeached out or, things like that.
I gotcha.
I honestly don't remember.
So Sir Robert Maldoon, he's, passed out drunk now on the couch. Marilyn's like, all right, well, we're gonna go and kind of start promoting this snap election because we want to win the parliament. We want to win majority.
Exactly.
So poor Sir Robert Maldoon, he wakes up with just a terrible headache because he is hung over. And so he's basically at this point he's taking his shirt off because he's so hot. Because sometimes when you drink too much, you get really, really hot or really, really cold. So he's in the hot phase. So he's taking his shirt off and he's shivering. He's laying there. Steven! Yes, sir. I need my special coffee. Okay,
I'm
sir.
So hot. No, wait. I don't need my special coffee. I need my special ice water. Sir, that's the exact same thing, just more ice. Okay, so same thing, but a little less ice.
He's like, who's the prime minister, Steven? Well, probably not you for long. What do you mean by that, Steven?
Who's the prime minister? Well, right now or in about 20 minutes.
He walks over, hits play. He's like, what the hell are you showing me? And it's like, oh, headlines, Sir Robert Maldoon calls for a snap election.
He's like, that's right, I did.
He's like, yeah, that's right, I did. And his mouth drops like, wait a second. Steven, where are we in the eyes of the public right now? Not very good, sir. Shoo. I fucked up, huh, Steven? Yeah. Yeah, you did, sir.
Yes, you did, sir, and I helped.
So, Steven, do you think I'm going to get my my pay still? I kind of doubt it, sir.
I kind of doubt it, sir, and honestly, I wouldn't know. I've already accepted an offer with the other party. I'm just kind of here. It's my last day. I just kind of wanted to watch this happen.
I'm here as a formality. I think there's some reports they want me to fill out about your sexual harassment. I think Bridget's pretty excited. I think she said that she's going to actually buy some land with the money she's going to sue you over. His hands are his knees crying. It's like, it'll be okay. I'm sure you'll get on your feet. And he's like, it's not that. What if they take away my knighthood?
I just wanted to be like Churchill.
Oh my goodness. The 40s and 50s were where it was at.
If only I had his liver.
Steven, he's not, I don't think he's bringing me back my drink.
Could this day get any worse? And then, see, so it would be, could this day get any worse? And then they do the old spinning headline.
Yeah. David Lang, now the Prime Minister of New Zealand. And before that's just starting to cross, and you see David walking in with his box of stuff. He's like, "Hey, Bob, how's it going? Moving on in. That's right, me."
Would you like a drink?
Oh no, I don't drink.
No, I don't. Wouldn't touch the stuff.
That's okay. More for me. Go.
I've tried to kill myself.
You might want to have that chair either cleaned or probably destroyed. Because spoiler alert, I shit in it. So David Lang's moved in, but I imagine like Sir Robert Maldoon's like still there for like the next 2 or 3 weeks. Like just sleeping on the couch, be like, "Oh, it's okay, David. I'm gonna be leaving soon. My mom is having the carpet cleaned, and then I'm gonna move in with her."
Aren't you knighted? You're moving in with your mother?
Don't bring up that. A sore spot.
You leave mummykins out of this.
You want some advice, David? No, I actually don't really want any advice from you. Why not? Because you're drunk and...
Because you're a drunkard and you make the most terrible decisions I've ever seen a grown human being make.
Well, you don't have to be so hateful about it.
Oh, it's still true, sir. I mean, I'm just calling it like I see it.
He's like, hey, Bob, you want to play a game? I love games. All right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to see who can race to the dumpster the fastest. Oh, I'm totally going to whip your ass. You beat me in an election, you sly dog, you. I'll beat you to the trash can. All right, ready? Yeah. 1, go. And you see Robert run first. You stupid. You stupid. He falls
and
down.
locks the door.
Yeah, well, he falls down the stairs, runs out the front, touches the thing. He's like, I totally beat that stupid David. And he thinks he can be prime minister. And he scans his badge. He goes, boop, boop, boop. The door's locked. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, he knocks on it. Bridget.
Hello.
What? I thank you for calling me number 1, but you're using the wrong finger, you silly. Oh, shit.
Hey, sugar tits, the card won't let me in.
Yeah. No, officer, I work here. No, you don't, Mr. Robert. You do not work here.
You did, sir.
He starts walking down the street with the sad Hulk music. Starts raining.
Oh. He's got his box. He's got a box with his vodka bottle in it and a picture of his wife. And then he's like, holy shit, I was married?
God, what an ugly woman. I think I'm sobered up. Where's the closest liquor store?
So the Labor Party, previously in opposition, won 56 seats, which was an outright majority. Most of the seats were in urban areas. The National Party was strongest in rural areas. So farmers get it. They're like, look, the dude's the prime minister. Sometimes he drinks a little too much. We get it. We're out here with the damn sheep all day. Like, stresses me out. Sometimes I want to drink.
Yeah, sometimes I get drunk and then I go and have relations with the sheep. That's just what you do as a sheep farmer back here.
The fuck else am I going to do? My wife?
That's not what we do, Tom. I've never had sex with one of my sheep. Oh, me either. Sorry. Yeah, poor guy. So so he makes a sad walk back to his house, has to explain to his wife what happened.
She's like, where have you been for the last 10 years?
I was playing prime minister. I was getting pretty good at it. That's nice,
and
dear.
You started drinking. Then I started drinking.
We talked about that, didn't we, Honeykins? Yeah. And what did we say? That I'm not Mr. Churchill. That's right. You're not Mr. Churchill. So now what do you want to do with your life? Well, I kind of just want to drink until I pass out and die, but I can't afford booze anymore.
Guess I'll raise sheep. Yeah, it doesn't say what became of the man after the election.
I mean, I feel like so I'll just kind of look at this. He was a polarizing figure, but he was described as a bullying enigma and a strong believer in the battler, the little man, the ordinary citizen, and his or her rights.
Oh, apparently it said he continued to undermine the current prime minister until 1986, when he was ousted in turn by his own deputy and Muldoon's preferred candidate.
So so for the next 10 years while David Lang is in office, he just goes to the thing. He's like, "Hey, David."
He goes into his office. He sits down in a chair and it's a whoopee cushion. You just hear a snicker from outside.
How'd he get in? I don't know. I don't know. He pulls the night card every time and somebody buys it.
Muldoon, is this yours?
David drinks his coffee. He's like, "Oh, this is strong." It's like, "I spiked it, you stupid son of a bitch. You Prime Minister for life, Robert Maldoon. Security."
Okay, so yeah, the guy's the drunk, but I'm reading some stuff and yeah, it's not that bad. He opposed legislation of homosexual behavior.
He opposed it?
He opposed the legislation of homosexual. The bill passed as the Homosexual Law Reform Act in 1986, but apparently Muldoon was opposed to it.
So he was not for it.
Right.
So he was basically against homosexuality, or was he okay with it?
No, he was okay with it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. That's good.
Oh my God. He had a short stage career in a New Zealand production of the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, was this dude Rocky? Oh, shit.
He wasn't Rocky. He was the narrator.
Oh, but yeah. So, oh God, Richard. So he's like, man, my lifelong dream was to be Mr. Frankenfurter, and he could never make it, so he became prime minister. And so Stephen and him would reenact all the scenes as him as Mr. Frankenfurter and Stephen as Rocky. All right, well, hit me with some.
Oh, Rocky.
Hit me with some Muldoon as Mr. Frankenfurter.
He'd have a drink, and they'd be like, "Come on up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shiver with anticipation."
Let me set it up for you, Richard. So Muldoon and Stephen they're in costume. The shades of his office are closed, and you see Bridget walk out, and he's like, all right, so make sure you do it right, Bridget.
Anticipation.
It's like, all right, everybody, thank you for coming to the New Zealand Prime Minister Office stage show of Rocky Horror Picture Show. This has been converted from the original screenplay to a version written by, directed by, produced by, and starring starring Sir Prime Minister. Okay, all right. It's Sir Prime Minister Robert Maldoon as Mr. Frankenfurter and Stephen the Intern as Rocky. Yay, everybody clap.
Yeah, and then people are like, oh my God, this is just going to be gay porn on the stage, isn't it?
You see some guys in the back, it's like, we really had to work over our lunch for this.
Later on, he made minor appearances in Panasonic commercials. So he's probably got up there and he's like, Panasonic ruined my political career.
You want to videotape the worst things in your life?
But the video is fantastic.
It is gold. Oh, man. This dude lived a life.
Yes, he did.
I don't know. It's drunken stupor, like, things always make me laugh, even though it's not really funny. You know what I mean?
But it is.
Because I don't know if he was really like this. This is our, fantasy world we're playing in. But I like, I don't know. I just like, your Will Ferrell-esque, this is, I guess this is a Will Ferrell movie. That's what I think.
Well,
this
also,
is.
You got to give it up to the guy, the fact that he was still fairly active in politics years after he was pretty much shamed out of office.
Yeah. Could you imagine? You imagine like the president today coming up to the podium, like visibly drunk. Like, listen here, Americans, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
And he's like, wait, before I say anything, fuck Republicans.
Yeah.
Just fuck them. I hate them so much. I can't. It's like it's fire on the side of my face.
No, whoever stupid person you are, this is my time. It's my time. I'm getting
It's Obama
real.
time.
I'm getting
Obama
real.
time.
He's like, I don't even like ties. Ties hurt my neck, so I'm gonna do this. And so, did anybody see the new Gossip Girls? I saw it. It was good. I liked it. That's what I care. That's what I want to talk about.
I think that we would surprisingly be okay with it. I think that perfectly explains how the political climate has changed over the course of the last 30 years. I think if the president or any elected official showed up drunk, I think people would find it hilarious and then reelect him.
Well, in this day and age, like all this, this guy Robert Maldoon really was kind of, that's the worst thing you could do back then is get drunk and like decide to call for a press conference. Today, if the president gets drunk, somebody will probably catch it on camera.
Right. Even if he's just like sitting in his house, just like hanging out, and he's like, and people are like, "Oh my God, you were drunk," and he was like, "I was in my living room."
Yeah.
Like, what do you like? Can I enjoy myself once?
That's got to be a miserable job because you see that most presidents go gray.
That job's got to make you want to drink.
Well, I always try to think, like, do you think the president, besides Bill Clinton, because he got busy in the Oval Office as we know, But I mean, like, you got to be so tired. Like, I don't even know if I could have sex if I was the president.
Yeah.
You know, you snuggle up with the first lady.
Yeah, that job's just got to kill you in terms of stress. Well, you know what? I think the lesson here is that being a leader is never easy, and everybody needs a release. And sometimes that release takes the form of getting drunk and calling a press conference.
And sometimes birds silently appear. Every time you're near, just like me, they long to be. I guess, is that your Richard closing thoughts?
Yes, yeah.
Close to housekeeping. All right, let me do a little housekeeping.
I said, were you going to do it when you sounded drunk?
Should I do it while I sound drunk?
No.
Okay. So visit our website. We're at languageofbromance.com. Follow us on Twitter at languageofbro. Email us at eatthebeaver@languageofbromance.com. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe and leave a review on Google Play Music, iTunes, and Stitcher.
And don't forget to check us out on the Pod Bros Network, where most of the people are sober-ish most of the time.
Majority of the time. I mean, Pod Bros Network, you can get drunk off the sound there. You don't even need booze.
Oh, it's like sweet ambrosia.
And if you want to join the LOB Army, go to our Patreon account at www.patreon.com/languageofbromance,
where we do not judge your drinking habits whatsoever.
Not at all. And also, I just want to throw out a quick little hurrah for us. If you get a chance, check out our brand spanking new website, which is looking pristine.
Oh, it's so gorgeous.
All right, man. Is there anything else before I close her out?
No. Everybody go check out the website. It looks amazing. Go to all the places listed on the website because they're all amazing too.
All right. Well, that's all the bromance we have for this show. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Richard.
And I say we eat the beaver. If you're near, I'll eat your beaver.
What is it with you and the Carpenters?
Just like me, they long to eat.
This is your inner white guy coming out. That's what this is.